Yeah, hi, my name is Sunil Yadav. In this video, we are going to install MECM 2203. I have created one slide for better understanding. We have two required two servers for own lab. Like if you want to create own lab, then you need to at least two server, for one for domain controller, another for SCCM server. So in my case, I have installed server 2019 as the DC domain controller, another server as a same server. You can use as a different, like you can use also 2016 or 19 as per your depend on what you have ISO, so you can install. So basically, if you are planning to create own test environment, so we required at least two server. There is an option you can create one server, like you have installed the ADK and the same server you can install the SCCM. It is possibility, but it's not a like a best practice. So this is the best practice we can show here. I have created two servers. Let me share my environment. So I have enabled the Hyper-V on my physical machine. I have created two servers, one for domain controller, this one. Just I have only spin this machine. I have only add the Active Directory domain services role on this server. Nothing apart from Active Directory domain service. We did not install any other roles. So you can see, click on manage roles. As you can see here, we have only installed the Active Directory domain server, then we promote this server as the domain controller, and after that I have created one more server for domain SCCM. This is the CM01, and also we have provided the IP as I can show here, like a 192.168.0.101, and also give the domain controller IP. So we have followed the similar format, like as you can see, status. Oh, I think I have logged in a normal account. No, let me share the CMD IP config slash all. You can see here is a static IP I have given, like a 192.168.0.101, and subnet mask, and also I given the DNS as the my SC domain controller IP address. And post of I have already add this machine, like join this machine on a domain, my internet dot local domain. So we have just only done the first step, like we have given the static IP and machine join in a domain. So post this configuration, just open the user and computers Active Directory. I have these are the default containers. So I have created one more OU for MECM, like just I have created this one like this, create a new, then enter the name, then I have created this MECM, and inside this I have created one more sub OU for computers. Then we can easily manage the SCCM, like if you want to manage those some of selected devices, then we can move all devices, and I will talk about later on. So just I have created OU, that's it. Now move to the prerequisite part. These are the basic prerequisite required for the any SSM server installation. So I'm not saying these are the complete list, but Microsoft have provided the p.exe. Then you can run on the SSM server. They will told what are the requirements, what are the prerequisites we need to fulfill. Then you can proceed further. So let me share quickly. Let me share the my screen. So this is a my SSM server. We have just only added on domain. I have just joined this server as the domain. Okay, and I have already downloaded all required setup files what we want, what are the requirements for the SCCM server installation. I have two SCCM setup files. One are the 2003 and another is the 2203, but in this video we talk about 2203. So like you have download this, then you need to unzip this file. Click on unzip. This will create the directory on C drive. Just click on C drive, this one. Here you can see unzip are still in progress and it will create the directory on C drive. Once it's completed, then we will use the config pre.exe. With the help of config pre.exe we can run on the cmd, then we can uh, like review what are the prerequisites. Like Microsoft have provided the very mostly in this video I will try to give my best as a way, like a very easy step how you can create your own SCCM infra. So let me once complete, then I will continue further. Now unzip has successfully completed, then you can click on your setup file. Inside CCM setup folder you can click on bin. Inside bin x64, here you can find the prereq.sccm prereq, like you can filter out, click on prereq. This file, with this file we can check the all required prerequisite. This is a very easiest method. You can, before going to install SCCM server, just you can like sum up the video, you can see stack it, then you can next, you can follow the uh, I have also we can do that, but this is the very easiest method. So just open the command prompt, run as admin, this one, and now you can copy this path, cd slash cd cd. Yes, just you can come inside this folder and you can type pre check space flash local, just enter. So you can just I have run this command, so this showing, so just you can enter this like slash local. So it will take some time to appear as the GUI. You can check out all the requirement prerequisites, then you can fulfill the prerequisite, then you can rerun the prereq.exe. Then you can like in this way you can easily identify what are the prerequisites are missing, what are the you have installed. So there is the this, in this way you can like there are the minimal chances to you can miss any prerequisite. So just wait. Yes, now you can see here this the sccm prereq.exe as the GUI. It's come here and it's checking the all prerequisites related to sccm. So it will take some little bit more time, but so it is very easy to understand what are the prerequisites are you have installed and what are the missing, what are the component are still missing. So basically I have only joined the domain, nothing I have done. So these are the requirements also appear here, some of the requirements appear here. So it's still checking the prerequisites. So now you can see here it is still running, but it's always gives us some like what are the prerequisites. It's all of the prerequisites appear here, like you can need to stand the schema, WSUS also required, RDC remote differential compressor, SQL server running account, like we need to create the, I have already mentioned over here, we require the SQL server service running account, like we have also give the name of the account. Basically it is by default is running on the window NT account. Then this is not a best practice, so we need to create one more account. So now, so there are some warning and some of the errors, so we need to first focus on fix the errors, because if you did not fix error then you can't proceed further. So we need to fix first error, then you focus on warnings. So there are, you can see, remote RDC, SQL service accounts, and also you can see here ADK. These are the, and we required also .NET frameworks. So these are the basic prerequisites. So we need to first focus on errors. Once we fix these errors, then we need to move on warnings. Okay, now, like we also know that we require the IIS bits RDC .NET, so we can just still running. So wait some more time, or we can install, like we know what are the basic requirements, so we can just open server manager and click on local servers dashboard, add roles. Next, role based assignment. Next, so as we know that we required IIS, we select the IIS, and also we required WSUS, but we'll install later on. Why we'll install later on? We can install later on. There are some limitation. If we are installing this, then it will, because it required like a SQL, so we can install later on once we install the SQL. So here as a role we can only select the IIS. Just click on next. Here we need to some tricky part for features, so we need to select the .NET, expanded .NET. Also you can select both, and also you can select the, if you do, you do not have any, then you can select all of them. Here we can only select bits component, and also we can select the RDC, down this one. That's it. So here, and a feature, we can select the .NET and SP.NET, and also we can select the bits and RDC in a feature part. Just click on next. This is a very tricky part to we need to select the all components. So here we can only, apart from FTP server, you can select all of them like this. Expand it. Also you can select the SP.NET. Make sure you can select the IIS is already developed. All IIS 6 is already developed. It will is a mandatory, you can select all of them. This one. So here we can only ignore the FTP servers, and rest of we can select all checkboxes. Okay, next. Like here is a tricky part. Suppose we can go install, then get failed. Why? Because we have selected some feature, and roles always required some alternative source path, like ISO. It required for the installation of features and roles, so we need to click on try the alternative path, and I have already selected this one, sources. Copy this and paste it here. Now install it, and also you can see the prerequisite is still running. So like IIS. I have already selected IIS, and bits also selected. So post of this installation, most of the like RDC fix, most probably fix, and IIS also fix because I have selected this. Once it's completed, then we can rerun this checklist. So, but is it this process is a time-taking process, but this is a recommended by Microsoft. You can run the checklist, then you can install on the SCCM server. Like if you install on any production environment or any lab environment, always follow the best practice. So now you can see IIS bits. So as per the selection of role and features, these are the bits and IIS, both three are the warnings, and also we have selected the RDC this one. So most probably one error and three warnings should be not present over here once its installation goes completed. Now you can just click like you have done this one, done, done, and also you have install this one, done, and also you have selected .NET related all component. So we have select install IIS bits RTC and .NET. So these are the things I have covered. And also we have joined the machine in a domain, done. So this is the best practice. You can like you have join machine in domain, then you can write it are done, then you can, and also you have installed this one. It is a very easy to, you can like is a checklist. You can, if you have installed this one, then you can check. If not installed, then you can still not install. So it is the easy way you can easily understand. Okay, now let me check the status. It's still installing. So like some of the features and roles are, so it will take around 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to pause this video. Once it's complete, then come back. And also in the meantime, just I have already downloaded the ADK, and these are the ADK, so we can run it and download the required ADK. Browse folders, we can create the ADK pre ADK. Select this one, next, next, accept. So we can download this. So it's parallelly downloading. Once so because it will take some more time, so we have our start the downloading. So in the meantime, we can, yes. So feature and roles part are installed. So we can just click on close. Again we need to run this checklist. So as per the selection of role and features, we like these are the IIS bits and RDC must be not present over here. So checklist is still running, but you can see here like there is no bits, and also you can see the IIS and RDC is not appear over here. Also you can see the recommended .NET version. So as per the Microsoft, you need to install 4.8. So it is a warning. You, if you want, then you can install it, otherwise you can work with 4.7. So we can just download the 4.8 offline installer. Click here and download. So let me check one more time. Yes, so you can see there is a most of the warnings and pre-check is related to SQL, ADK, and schema extension, not over any feature and role related apart from .NET. Okay, so we need to install the .NET as well. .NET offline installer. Then we install that. Post we will install the ADK. Then we install the SQL. After that we will create one account and one OU group. So as per the slide, there I have already defined the SQL service running account. I will create later on, and also we'll create the system management container, and container name should be as the system management. I repeat, the management, system management. Then we need to create one group and add all SSM servers in a member in a group. To, let me check. Yes, downloading is completed. So just open it and right click, copy, paste on your SCCM server. This one. This is very straightforward installation. You can just download from ADK from Google, and you can just click and next, then it installed. So it's a very straightforward installation. Select this. Yeah, extracting. Then it post after extract, it will install the .NET 4.8. What also we require the reboot, but we can reboot later on. Once we have completed all these prerequisites, then we can go reboot. As a meantime, just I'm create the one OU. I have already created the OUs, and I need to create the group. Group name is the all SCCM server. This group will use for the like give the delegate the permission on system management containers, and also you add the member as your SCCM server. Select the checkbox as a computer. This one. Click on advanced. Find CM01 is your SCCM server, so you can just add it. In further, like you don't know na, like post up after some time in your production environment, you have upgrade, like enhance your SCCM, like you have a primary, one more primary, then you need a cache, then you, so this is a one time task, no need to add and delegate permission all time. Just you need to add the machine on this group. It will already grant the all permission, required permission. That's it. And also we required one service account, SQL running service account. As I am follow the best practice, like you can create the any account, but I will try to we can just clone this admin account, copy this, and give the name as per your defined, like I have give this name or you can create the own account, but I am follow the best practice, so just clone the admin account, because this account have already all required permissions. Next, and give the password, this one, password never expired. Next, sorry, something wrong entered. So we create this account. This account will use for the SQL service, like during the installation of SQL we require the MySQL service account by default running on the window NT account. So there is a no, like a not a best practice, so we can create that generic account. It is will only use for the SQL related service. So I have already done this, done, and also create the group and add the SCCM server, because if I like we wait, so uh, so here you can see install is a very .NET 4.8 is a very straightforward installation, no need to hard enroll. So you can see here checklist all running is completed, and you can see there is no bits RDC and IIS any warning or errors. So now most of the errors related to SQL and ADK. So let me check ADK is downloaded or not. Mm, mm, ADK is still downloading. So in and open my domain controller, or my /. Yes, okay, this one. So it will take some more time, so just I pause the video. So now .NET 4.8 installed successfully, and also prompt for reboot, then we can reboot later on, cancel it. So here you can see like still ADK downloading, so we can install further, like we can fix the SQL related services. I have already created this account and also created the one group for SCCM server, give the permission on system management containers. So now we can try to fix on SQL related issues, then we can install further ADK, but it is still downloading, so we can first install the SQL. I have already downloaded the setup softwares. Click on install, install news. And also I have mentioned here we require two port like a firewall related 1433 and 4022. So we need to create these port on SSM server. So let me quickly create the yes evaluation copy. Click on next, accept the terms and condition, click on next. So rerun this one, all checks are passed, then click next, accept the recommendation, next. Or you can skip this because it will take some time and connect with your SQL cloud and download. There are no next. There are the very tricky part. First we need to create the port. How we can do that? Open the control panel, advanced, click on right click, create a new rule, port, put the port number 1433, next, allow the connection. There is the domain level, next, SQL port, you can 1433, next, finish. And also create one more port 4022, next, 4022, next, allow, select the domain, SQL 4022, next, then finish. So you have created two account, two port 4022 and 1433. So here is a tricky part, like what are the selection required here. So you must be selected a database engine services, this one, and also you can select the reporting services, this one, sorry, reporting services native. And you can select the client tool backward compatibility, or if you don't have like a you are confused, then you can select this one, all one. So as for only SCCM purpose we need to database engine and reporting native, and also we can select this one, or we can select all of them, next. So you can see Oracle, Java or higher is required for. Okay, we need to Java as well. Let me download the Oracle 7.7 as most of the thing required in a 2203. So we required also Java. So we can download the Java because I have a server 2016. Let's download this. Yes, download completed. Okay, copy, cut it and paste it here. Now need to install. basically we have selected the all of them. Like here we can select all of the features, so that might be the reason it's required Java, because I have recently installed 2103 in my like another environment for the training purpose. Like you can see here CM1 and DC. Now that time no required Oracle, so might be the we have selected all of these features, that is the sum of the features required the Java. Yeah, no worry about, just install it. Basically in a installation part, SQL installation part, we required only as the database engine services and reporting service native. That's it. Install it now. And also one thing, like you have a install SSMS-Server on any separate directory like C or D, then you can also select here. In my case I have one. Rerun this. It is still got fail. I think reboot are required. No worry about, just I select all, uncheck this and only select database and reporting stand, and also we can select the client tool connectivity, this one. That is enough for a CCM. Yes, I'm right, because I have selected all of them, that's why it's prompting to require the SQL services. Now we can only select the required things. Now it's not prompting. There is a SQL name instance, so if you can basically I always suggest you can use the default MySQL instance, or you can create own, but it's recommended you can use the default one. Now you can click on next. Here is the we have just, you remember that we have created the SQL account. Then you can see here this account is running on window NT. Like now we need to browse this, and object site should be user, so you can find the created user, this one, and enter the password. Mm, Select this one. Next, collision, and also you can select the collision. This is the collision. Okay, so next there is like it want to add the specific account used for the SQL server, then we can add the current account, or if you have any other account, then you can also select the other account as well. Next, install and configure. Next, now it's a see all of the selection part appear over here, you can review it. And also you can, if you, in my case have a only C drive, so if you have a multiple drive or any separate drive, then you can select over here CRT, install it. So let me check progress of a ADK. ADK is still, yes, ADK is downloaded. Now also we required to download the WinP ADK, this one as well. download this. Next. Yes, next. So it will also take some more time for downloading. So in the meantime, still is SQL installation in progress. So we have covered the most of the thing, like we have installed the SQL, done, and also we can create this one. And now we need to schema extension like we need to extract the Active Directory schema. So what we can do that, just come on your Active Directory cm01 slash c dollar, inside MECM setup folder, bin 64. Here Active Directory, for Active Directory, let me find out to extract this one. Extract ext means extract ad Active Directory schema. This is the very critical crucial, so we can just open, and it's a one time task, so we need to do very careful. So how we can do that, just I have access the drive and copy the setup file, or you can just copy it, or you can run over the network. Just I have only click run, that's it. How you can verify it, click on C drive. Here you can see just created one file, just open it, and you can see here successfully extract Active Directory schema. These are the 11 attributes and 4 class are most related to SCCM, like there you can see CN is equal site code, like during the installation we can define the site code. These are the site code appear on the inboxes folders. So we need to extract the schema. It is used for the communication, like between AD and SCCM, because both of the different language, so it will create the relationship between SCCM and Active Directory. Now I have done this one and also done this one. We need to run more time, just run. Now you can see SQL installation complete. Is required to reboot, then we can reboot later on. Okay, close it, or just we need to run one more time. So rerun this. So like you can see here we have stacked the schema, then also it's showing as the reboot pending, and most of the error we have resolved it, some of the related to ADK. So we can install the ADK, then it will it should be disappear. These are the two errors, and including these three are related to ADK. So now I have already downloaded this. Setup is already, oh, it's still downloading. Hmm. So you can see the permissions. Okay, we need to create the system management container and give the permission. So how we can do that? Open the DC domain controller and click on ADSI edit, right click, connect, okay, expand it. Here you can see CN equal system. Just select this one, right click, create new object, and object should be as container. Next, and I have already told this name must be as same, not you can't put any other name. Then we need to put like system management. This one, just copy it, paste over here, system management. Next, finish. So just I have created a system management container. Now close it and open Active Directory user and computer. I have so very easy method how you can create the system management container and delegate the proper permission. Okay, so click on view, click on advanced feature, expanded systems. You can see system management. Just right click, properties, security. Don't click on add here. I repeat, just click on advanced, just then click on add, and it's still loading. Then click on select a principal, this one, group, click on advanced. You can find the recent created all server SCCM server group, this one, add, and select the full control. And also you can check this object and all recent objects. Okay, apply, okay, then okay. So I have grant the permission. That's it. It is a very easy method to how you can create the container and grant the permission. Cancel it, cancel it. Now you need to go SSM server. So you can see most of the things related to SQL and ADK. Okay, so restart it and rerun the check. So you can see there are minimal requirements, and also it's still appear the verify the site system permission. Most of the time it requires sign in sign off, so it's that's the reason it's appear here. Now we need to focus on ADK part. Yes, you can see there are no minimal, like only ADK related errors. Window Deployment Toolkit USMTP is also related to ADK, and here is the WinP ADK. These are the three errors is related to WinP. You can see ADK related errors are not present over here, only pre-ADK related errors, this one. Once this will install, then it will be go away. Okay, so I have already installed the recommended and also provide the system management container and provide the full control as well, and also allocate the memory. So I have already done these apart from WSUS. So now we need to install the WSUS on SQL SCCM server services. Why we have installed the WSUS in the last? There are the limitation like you can select the connection during the installation required. Next, let me show here. Next, WSUS. Next, next, next. Here you can see WID connection, but we can uncheck and select the SQL connectivity. That's why the region we have installed the SQL on the WSUS on the last. Give the path and create the WSUS and let me give the copy, paste it over here. Next, check the connection is granted, install it. So I have almost done all the prerequisites and still ADK is installing. So I have one error related to WinP ADK, once we install this, then it will be disappear where, and post of the reboot we complete the most of the thing, like this is the server 2012 and 12R2 related uh, expire and support plan. Microsoft have discontinued and 2022 3 October, so it also give the notification. Suppose you have configure your server like SCCM server on 2012 or 2012 R2, so you need to upgrade as well. Yes, SQL is WSUS or install, so we require the pending, you must be restart feature restore. We done the lot of things, so we required reboot as, okay, close it, then we can complete the post WSUS activity. So once ADK install, then we will restart the WSUS, sorry, SCCM server, then we can also rerun this, or we can go with SCCM installation. During the installation, it will also check the all prerequisites, like we can open this one, and then it also check all these things we have already performed, so we can post installation, post reboot, we can follow the SCCM setup installation. Now pre-ADK is also installed, close it and rerun. So we have configured all of, done the all of prerequisite, and we need to reboot the machine. So just cancel it and reboot it. No need to reboot the domain controller, only we required to reboot at the CM01 SCCM server, because I have installed features and also install the .NET framework, so we required to reboot, then we can go for the SCCM installation. So this is the very like a state, not a straightforward installation, so we need to follow the all of things, like we have also installed the WSUS, and most of them we have covered, and also we can enable the port as well. ADK is installed, pre-ADK is also installed, done. Let me check if machine or, okay, there are like you can see in multiple way how you can install these things, like some of using the PowerShell command. So in this way we can, as a GUI Microsoft have provided, we can run the prereq.exe, then we can follow the all required things install, then we can proceed further for SCCM installation. So machine are rebooted and come back to online. So if you want, you can rerun the pre-check, but we know, like we know now, we have installed all of things, so we did not require to rerun this pre-check again. We can going to install SCCM server. During the installation, it is also check the all prerequisite. If anything is not fulfilled, then it required to. Oh, one more thing, I have not done the WSUS post required. Let me check, did it install or not. So we require post installation task. So open WSUS. WSUS. Also you can click here and launch it, or you can install CM01 rerun. So it will come installing the post installation task. So it will take little bit time. Now post check completed. So I have done all of things related to SCCM. No need to sync, just cancel it. Okay, now there is a final we can ready to install SCCM. Click on this one, and also we require direct download. First we can download it, and desktop, create a folder. Okay, select it, download. So it these are the files required for a system installation, like language files or some cap files also. Now we can just click on install. Click on next. Here is the option, multiple option, like if you want to install primary site using the typical install standalone site, or you have any install the primary central administrative site, or you want to upgrade your site. So in this case we have only installed the primary site. Yes, is a evaluation copy, then we can select this one. Next, accept the license. Next, here this ask required downloads file. So we can, once it's downloaded, then we can give the location. It is still downloading. 28 are downloading. 30, 32, 4. During the installation of prerequisite file, you make sure you have your machine have internet access, because it download from the Microsoft Cloud. So you make sure you have connected with internet. So downloading completed, so we can already downloaded, so we can provide the location, this one. Next, it again validating all files are downloaded or not. Is it done? So we need to so here is the option, you can download first, or either you can download during the installation. So all of the file are verified. Now it's prompt to site code. What do you want to add your like a site name represent your site, like in my case ind is the site name, site code is the ind, and site name is the India. And here is the also option, you can install the SCCM on any specific drive. So you can select the specific drive, like in most of the production we have installed the SCCM on a specific hard disk drive. So in my case I have only one, so I can only install on C. Next, next, and also it's showing that the service connection point. As you know very well, Microsoft have released every 4 months has the new version, like some suppose we have installing 2203, and in 2203 there are some known issues, then Microsoft have rectified, then we create a one hot fix and KB article for fixing the known issue. So in that case we require the service connection point for up to date your SCCM server. So we require as the service connection point, or we can either we can there are two types of option. We can use the online mode, or we can also use the offline mode. In offline mode you need to download CD load latest, then you can extract and copy on the folder, then you can install manually. So Microsoft have always recommended to connect your server as the internet. Then you can go with Microsoft Cloud and check with updates, and update will appear on your SCCM console. So we require service connection point, so we can also select yes. Next, these are the we have selected in a previous, so these are the summary. You can review it, and like a management point name is this, and also install SMS provider on the same server, because we have installing the primary side. It is the recommended. Without SMS how you can access your system console, and also is the mode as that HTTP. So we can next, there you can see it is also recheck all of the we have performed in the past. So either you can use this method or you can use previous methods. So it depend on you, but as recommended we can follow the best practice. Here you can see there are the most of the warning related to SQL. So I have already suggested, as per the Microsoft have recommended 8 GB as the cache site and 4 GB as the primary site. So in my lab environment there are limited memory, so we cannot give the 8 GB. So this is the no problem, we can proceed further. And also it's related to server 2012. We did not have server 2012, so ignore it. And also we have created the system management container, this container, and also provide the required permission, grant the required permission, but still it's showing error because it's sometime required login. But I have done the re, reboot, but it's still not reflecting. So no need, no 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 need to rerun and create the system management container, because I have already done that. So we can ignore this and begin the installation. So this is the final installation SCCM server. So it will take around 30 to 45 minutes, as depend on your machine, how number of machine RAM are you have assigned, and the performance. So it will take, usually it will take around 30 to 35 40 minutes. So in this post of this, that like some of the components all, if any component installed, then it will be check marks like this, that like so it will take time. So I'm pause the video and come back. So now you can see installation are successfully completed, but I recommend to you ki once it's completed, do not like a close and now just go and open the SSM console right away. So wait some more time, like a 5 to 10 minutes. So it, like you can see here some of the component are still installing. So as a best practice, once this is setup are completed, just close it and leave your SCCM server ideally at least 10 to 15 minutes. After that you can go and open, just cancel it, this one, you can open the SCCM console. So as best practice, just I am leave it 5 minutes and pause the video and come back. So I have wait around 5 minutes. Now we can open my SCCM console. Click on Endpoint Manager, open SCCM console. So it's connecting to my database, and here we go. Yes, we able to successfully log in on SCCM. So how we can check that? Just click on down arrow about, you can see 2203, and post of the installation you need to check that some components are components and site configuration sites. So you can see as the India is the site code and India is the my site. So I have successfully installed the system. Then post installation you need to check, click on monitoring, then you click on system status and you can check the site status. Here you can see the components, DP and distribution point, service connection point. These are the components, and also you can see the all components are looks good. So at least you can wait some more time or leave your SCCM server ideally, then you can wait. So in this video I will try to cover all things related to SCCM installation, so we can cover all things as a best practice you can follow in your lab environment, also you can follow in your production environment. So these are the best practice. You can create the separate account for SQL services, and also you can create one admin account for SCCM. There is a many way you how you can control the SCCM. So thanks for watching this video. Please, if I'm doing bad, if I'm I try to my best for delivering some knowledge with, so please I am request to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.